Real Life Natsuki, Doki Doki Literature Club, most unhinged cosplayer. Okay. This video is just for education purpose and contain discussion of bigotry, CP's self-deletion, among the other equally topics. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He some dude sitting down with his glasses.
Well, looks like we're back here once again. During my time in the DDLC community, I have come across people and situations that have truly disgusted me beyond description. Things that to this day I still refuse to reveal to the world based off their sheer depravity alone. And every single time I come across one of these, I think to myself, well, surely there can't be another situation that can top this one, right? Well, here we are. What we're discussing today is not going to have the plot twists and theatrics like some of the
we watched Mr. Beast today?
Covered.
Yeah, we can watch Mr. Beast today too.
One that is going to be taken
after this, I'll put that new Mr. Beast video on.
As today, Detective Savage returns once again to take on the case of, well, I think it's better if I just show you. Alright, I'm gonna edge you a little bit. I do warn you that viewer discretion is advised. What we are going to be talking about today is not for the faint of heart. So much so that I'm risking this video's integrity just by talking about it.
How bad is this?
Don't worry, I will warn you before we get to those parts just so that way
you're
not
bad is this, bro?
blindsided by it. But if you really don't mind disturbing
Jerry
topics,
Jackson, Life and Death, I'll save that, bro.
Back as we dive head first into the real life Natsuki saga.
Yeah. Savage Central presents. Is that intro, bro? Alright, let's get to the video.
Alright. Let's
talk too slow for me. Let's speed him up. Talk way too slow.
A post would be made to the r/DDLC subreddit. Yeah, we're changing things up a little bit.
Okay.
A DDLC fan who would even make the most hardcore of 4chan users blush a little. There is this girl on TikTok, the Real Life Natsuki. She has around 20k-ish followers and has a Discord server. On her server is all racism and CP.
Hey,
as someone who was once a friend of her, I want some way as a community to get the server taken down and her TikTok banned. Screenshots will be shown. It was also mentioned by her that she hates LeBron. Whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, LeBron, what did LeBron do, bro? What did LeBron do? What did that glorious king do? What did the GOAT do? What did LeBron James do? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't got a LeBron jersey on me, but I got a Luka jersey, and Luka's on the Lakers. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up the front door. That was some crazy nonsense. I know this is not the Lakers, Luka, but hold up. We got some ops up in this bit. Wait a minute. Disrespecting the glorious king LeBron like that is insane work. We can't let that slide. We can't let that slide.
Information of her ex-boyfriend, my friend, cheating on her with a trans girl. Her boyfriend did nothing of the sort and broke up with her because of her racism. Now, when I first saw this, I, like many others, probably thought, yeah, this has to be a shit post. Mostly for the LeBron comments. Like, yeah, this real-life Natsuki person is a massive bigot.
Yeah.
And is a server full of pedophiles and CP and stuff that I would probably cover on this channel. But hating my Pookie Bear LeBron is where she crosses the line.
Yes, bro. LeBron.
Unbelievable.
Crosses the line. Yes, I agree.
I would go on about the rest of my day not really giving it that much thought. But someone did end up getting in contact with the OP on Discord to get some more info. And this one decision would open up Pandora's box into a rabbit hole that hasn't been seen since the days of the one and only 949. I'll be adding
949
dedicated to investigating the situation.
Still talking too slow.
It would be proven immediately that everything the OP said in their initial Reddit post was actually true. There was, in fact, a person called Real Life Natsuki, and her Discord lived completely up to the infamy.
I love black people.
Ew.
Whoa.
At everyone.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Lived completely up to the infamy.
I love black people.
Okay.
Ew. At everyone.
Nah, it's true. I really mugged you all. Ha ha. Jews and N-word.
Everyone. Nah, it's
Crazy.
true. I really mug all you. Jews. I mug
That's
you
crazy.
all, by the way, you dumb Jews. And the worst part is you said you hate LeBron. How? He's black.
Bro. What did LeBron ever do to you, bro? What did LeBron ever do to you, bro? What's wrong with you? Hating on LeBron? My goal ain't do nothing! My goal ain't do nothing! Crazy. Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Talking about because he black.
Because I'm a white supremacist. Because I'm racist. Are you drunk again? No, Lamau.
This is the first thing I saw when opening the group chat for
Wow,
the first
bro.
time, and it's safe to say that I was definitely intrigued,
What are you waffling
given the
about, AC?
context of all this coming from an
Hellflex.
at the time 15-year-old Natsuki cosplayer of all people. But it's not like I haven't seen people like this before.
Hey,
So,
Steve, you knew
this
Dante,
was
your
nothing
mod
really
is gone.
special to me. Either they end up staying like this for the rest of their lives, or they grow up and
Is
join
that
the
the song from you, Ja? Yeah, it's a song from you.
rest of society. Point being,
Joseph no
they come
ball,
and
bro.
go. So if I
Joseph no ball. That boy Joseph no ball. Dang, Joseph, you don't ball like
was
that.
gonna put everything aside to cover this, I was going to need something more. Well,
Whoa.
unfortunately, I
Whoa.
got my wish. What is being shown in this photo here is a
Whoa.
young boy, completely naked, holding what looks to be a Natsuki body pillow. Now, luckily, nothing is actually shown if you catch my drift, but I'm not even going to take the chance to even show this to
What?
y'all, even censored. But this right here would be the final straw for me to actually
What?
take this case on. The hunt was now on to find out everything there was to find out about real-life Natsuki, the people in the server, and to bring a stop to this shit ASAP. But little did we all know, we were just at the tip of the iceberg, and we were not ready for all that lied beneath.
Hey, yo.
Upon looking into this situation, you'll quickly come to realize that all of the fucked up shit that gets brought up when talking about real life Natsuki comes specifically from her Discord server, the Real Life Natsuki server. If I had to describe it all to y'all right now, I'd say it's what r/DDLC mods thinks my server is, but actually for real. Since this is the case, me and the boys decided to take a little trip over to the 9th Circle of Hell to take in the rich culture over there and report back our findings. Upon landing in the server, we're presented with several channels that we can talk in, such as General, DDLC General, and that's where the CP is.
What?
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Anyways, other
What, bro? What the hell is that? Bro, this is like such a weird channel, bro. Oh, we got a nice comment. Hold up, guys. We got a nice comment. I gotta see this. Hold up. Are you serious? I got a really nice comment, so I gotta play my song. Hold up.
body pillow. Change to all.
All right.
Looking into this situation, you'll quickly come to realize that all of the fucked up shit that gets brought up when talking about real life Natsuki comes specifically from her Discord server, the Real Life Natsuki server. If I had to describe it all to y'all right now, I
literally
say
said, AC,
it's
I appreciate you
what
too, but you always come in the live, man, and you're all a big help.
Thinks my server
Even though you're
is,
a little bit trolling me, man.
Actually for real. Since this is the case, me and the boys decided to take a little trip over to the 9th Circle of Hell to take in the rich culture over there and report back our findings.
Love you too, AC.
Upon landing in the server, we're presented with several channels that we can talk in, such as General, DDLC General, and that's where the CP is.
We see this part
the
already.
most important channel of all,
Okay.
the raping channel. Okay, let's take a
The what channel?
Fighting like fatties, and of
Okay.
course you can forget the most important channel of all, the raping channel.
The what channel, bro? Nah, gang. That's crazy, gang. That's crazy, gang. Hey, freaking yo, bro.
Okay,
What?
let's take a look at some of these channels to see what the people in there are talking about. Juno never sent titty pics to me. She's not a pedo. I showed my penis on call once to prove my size. May God have mercy on your soul then. You do you, my brother. Said by the CP lover. Nene,
Okay.
am I right? It's pretty funny like this.
Oh my fucking god, start people, please. Can the server be normal and start assaulting primary school children and
Hey,
people
yo.
in your class like me? Not everyone.
Hey, yo.
Child is no longer banned.
This bitch crazy.
I got
Yeah.
message logs and I randomly saw a CP pop up and it says it came from DDLC General a minute ago. Ain't that
Yeah.
swell? Let's take a look somewhere else, shall
Normal
we?
server joking, bro. Y'all can't be joking like this, bro. Y'all gonna get me in rascals, bro. This is why I be so hard, bro. I don't want to be on a surviving job checking server and someone make a YouTube video on my server, bro. That's why I be so hard and y'all what y'all be saying, man.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done.
Okay.
I no longer have any connection to this world. I'm gonna go home and kill myself.
I can't ban him, I
Whoa.
can only time him out. The man above me is a serial rapist. The Diddy
What?
kind. This is freaking Nicky Joe. CP is an instant ban, no? We flamed his ass over VC and all he did was repeat us in a nerd voice. What happened? They freed me, my aura is too big, you know. A
Okay.
CP enthusiast joined the server. Huh? The big R? Yes. I have him blocked, I can't see his pedo messages. How do I get unbanned? The one and only Big R? Yes, the Big R. I'm gonna cry. He is...
Okay.
Yeah, he sent CP multiple times.
Hey, yo.
He sent the baby burning his schlong.
What?
Yeah, still counts as CP since the kid is naked and you can clearly see his meat. A naked baby? Not even a
What?
baby. It's a kid. Like 4 years old. Yeah, safe to say that
What?
most of us that went in there didn't really stay for long, and the few that did stay was just there to gather information. This is pretty
Hey,
much
yo.
the real life Natsuki server every minute of every day. From slurs being thrown around like they're absolutely nothing, to shit that would get you and I put on a watch list just for simply existing around it. It was clear as day that something needed to be done about this. For the time that we were in the server, we were able to gather quite a bit of information on real life Natsuki to help put the pieces of the puzzle together. Madison is a now 16-year-old girl residing in the UK. By the way, I should preface that I'm actually not doxing her right now. All of this is publicly readily available information that anyone can find. She would gain her following of 22,000 at the time of recording this from posting TikToks of her cosplaying as various different characters. Most notably, Natsuki from the game DDLC, if that wasn't
Bro, DDLC sounds so sus.
obvious. The earliest post on the account can be dated back to July 22nd, 2024.
She deleted almost all of her videos while I was editing this, so the earliest video is up from July 29th. Okay. Okay. Womp womp.
And while the TikToks themselves are very innocuous and are what you'd expect to find on the platform, she has a Discord link in her bio that links to the server that's been the focal point of this entire video. Although
Alright.
this wasn't the first server she created, as this one was created at the beginning of 2025, and Madison brings up the existence of an old server that got nuked by Discord for most likely the same things we've discussed in this video already. The server is where Madison would leak a lot of personal information as he treats it more like a private GC instead of a server with hundreds of strangers, some of which with very malicious intentions. This is where you come to find out the existence of her younger brother Toby, who
Okay.
was the one that was holding the Natsuki body pillow.
Why does she have a picture of her younger brother? Bro. Bro.
So yes, Madison is guilty of posting CP of her own
What?
brother just to simply bully him. We'd also be introduced to Madison's bulimia disorder, which according to her got so bad on January 5th that she had to be taken to the hospital, in which the only thing she was concerned about was whether or not she had her phone so she could talk in the Discord server. She
Alright.
also revealed the fact that her mother has died and that her father is the only one taking care of her at the moment. This is where I'm going to stop the lore recap, as this pretty much discusses everything you need to know. Well, almost everything. as there was one very, very, very important event that I think needs to be discussed on its own.
What is
Something
that?
that, upon witnessing for the first time, made my heart sink to the floor.
What was that? What made his heart sink to the floor?
January 15th, 2025. Madison
happened?
would log onto Discord and drop a series of videos in the announcements channel in her server. I'm gonna play the censored audio of these and go through and describe what's happening within them.
Okay.
This is the only way I can show these without getting the video completely struck down, and even
Okay.
then, there's a good chance it probably still will. I have to warn you that what you're about to witness is very, very graphic, and I'm just gonna throw the trigger warnings on the fucking screen right now. You can read those. If you don't want to hear any discussions of anything like this,
Alright.
I'd understand if you just skip forward or just leave entirely. I totally
Okay.
understand. Although, if you don't really mind, if you're fine with it, then get ready to listen to some of the most gut-wrenching shit I've heard in a very long time. Video 1 starts off with Madison showing her arm to the camera with what looks to be a few visible cuts. This is immediately confirmed as she says the following.
Now look at my arms, they're so bloody.
She ends it off by saying that she'll, quote, make more cuts for you guys later. A promise that you're about to find out she goes through with. Video 2 shows Madison cutting into her arm with a razor blade. She goes on talking about how she hates Muslims and gay people while continuing to cut herself, going as far as to say that she wishes to be dead from their existence alone. Video 3 is where we get a lot more context as to why Madison is in fact doing this. Once again, like in video 2, she shows off her cut up and bleeding arm to the camera. She does this in nearly every video going forward, so I'm not going to keep bringing it up. Just keep it in mind. She opens up video 3 by bringing up some guy named Cool Guy, and how he, quote, makes her so fucking mad.
Cool Guy makes me so fucking mad. I fucking hate Cool Guy.
Now this brings up the question of who is Cool Guy and what did he do to piss her off this much? Well, if you plug the RealLifeMonika TikTok URL into the Wayback Machine, you can find an archive of her profile captured on November 24th, 2024. And in the bio, you'll see her say, matching with @CoolGuy. Yes, he's my BF. So Cool Guy is Madison's ex-boyfriend, which makes the rest of this video make a lot more sense. And if you remember back to the initial Reddit post where the OP said she spreads false information of her ex-boyfriend cheating on her with a trans girl, her boyfriend did nothing of the sort and broke up with her because of her racism, this is in fact referencing Cool Guy here. Again, giving a lot more context as to why she says
Where's the parents at? Facts, bro. Where is the parents?
She says and does. She
Like
goes on
what?
to say afterwards that he was in her Discord server despite being banned,
Who let him in here? I fucking banned him.
and then proceeds to call him a, quote, pansexual F-slur, and that he makes her wish that she was dead. I think we found one
What?
of the driving factors behind Madison's bigotry, or at least her homophobia, assuming that the comments she espouses
What?
is actual legitimate beliefs of hers. She finishes video 3 by saying she's gonna keep cutting herself, and even threatening to go get a knife from her kitchen. Video 4 is more of the same, but this time saying that she hates the, quote, gooners in her server instead.
You gooners have ruined my life so much. I'm gonna have to keep cutting because of how much I fucking hate you gooners.
Towards the end, we do see a rare moment of self-reflection though, and it genuinely saddens me every time I have to go back and look over this part.
What the
Because
heck,
I've ruined my
bro?
life. I miss how I used to be. I miss when I wasn't just fucking a horrific person.
And to make it all worse, at the end, she ends up cutting into a vein, and you can see the blood flowing down her arm. Video 5, I'll just let the audio speak for itself.
Look at the way the blood's just dripping down my arm. This is what all you gooners have done to me. What did I do wrong? I hate you all so much. I
Just turn the internet off, bro.
wish I was dead from all of you. You make me so mad I want to die.
Video 6 is only 10 seconds long, and it shows her licking the blood that's now smeared on her arm.
It's just smearing all up on my arm. Take a look at it. Wait, I'm gonna lick it.
Video 7 starts with her commenting on how her arm stings right after she licked the wounds, and
Nah, bro, that's actually hella disturbing, bro. AC, bro.
yes, the blood is in fact more smeared in this video than it was in the
All right,
previous.
but why you gotta say
proving
smear
that she
though, dude, in
did
the
in fact
video?
do it. The rest of the video is basically a carbon copy of video 3.
And then you
her saying that
retracted
she
one of your
hates gay
messages too.
people, Muslims, and cool guy, and wishes to die so she doesn't have to be around them anymore. Video 8 is 13 seconds of Madison on her hands and knees, breathing heavily, in a clearly delirious state.
Okay, now I don't want all that breathing, bro. Can we get into the video?
Like, this is one of them. This is one of them. I promise you, we're almost done. Video 9, the final video posted.
Bruh. Okay,
shows
what's the final
Madison
video,
back
bro?
on her bed once again, casually showing off her numerous cuts all down her arm and to the camera. This time seeming to have calmed down from the manic state that she possessed in the previous recording.
Yeah, this video is very uncomfy, bro. It's almost over, guys, though.
All 9 recordings.
It's all good, Ace. We let it start fresh. You got your mod back.
We can now begin to
I'm gonna
understand
start taking
the depth and
screenshots.
severity of what's going on. When I first caught wind of this, I only saw what everyone else
Stop
saw.
bullying AC.
That being an overly edgy kid who simply didn't grasp the weight and consequences of the things they said and did. A scenario I bore witness to countless times.
I can fix her on God. Hey, freaking yo, bro. What's up with you, AC? What's up, bro?
And one that I've gotten flack for daring to sympathize with. But
What?
this right here is an entirely different beast. This girl is not the problem, but is in fact the victim. A victim of not only herself, but also the situation around her.
This will make me go
and,
throw up?
dare
Yeah.
I say, the situation she's
It did have a discretion.
created. Past me really was an idiot. Allow me to tell y'all what's really been going on.
What? There's more? There's a part 2 of that, but I bet you it never dropped, though.